This programme's going to find out about life in the French Alps and take a look at 2 dairy farms, a farm which produces milk and a farm which produces cheese. Because I'm driving through the mountains, I've got to drive up one side and then down in a zigzag pattern. That's where I've just come from. I've come here to meet Cyril Guillerme, who lives just outside Autran in a small village called Le Boucher. Cyril and his family live on a dairy farm. They have a lot of cows. When Cyril's not at school, he works with his dad. How long have you lived here?
I've lived here since I was born. Every one of my family lives here. My mother, my grandmother, my sister and my father.
Where do you go to school?
My school is just down there. It's 2 kilometres away. When it rains, the bus picks me up. Otherwise, I go by bike or on foot.
What do you do in your spare time?
I play football, I ski, and I play tennis. When you live here, you just have to ski in winter, and in the summer you can do anything. But if you live here in the winter, you have to ski.
What were you doing with the hay?
It's food for the cows. When they come in from the field, in the summer, they stay out in the field all day and eat grass. Then they come into the cow shed, and in the evenings they have some more grass. We've got 30 cows, and I work with my dad. I clean out the cow shed, feed the calves when we have some, and take the tractor down to the fields. We milk the cows twice a day. My dad does it in the morning about 4:30, and I help him in the evening around 5 o'clock.
Le soir, c'est à 5 heures. I'm
going to wash the cows to stimulate them, so the milk flows faster. You put the milking tubes on the cow, which draws the milk out and pulls it into the refrigerated tank. Each day we can get up to 35 litres of milk from each cow. The tank allows the milk to cool down and stops it going off. The following morning, the dairyman comes to collect it. He sucks all the milk out of the tank into his lorry. He goes around all the farms doing the same thing, and then takes it to the village to be sold.
Well, that was great. Thanks for showing me around. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
I'm going to visit another farmer who uses most of the milk his cows produce for something else. This farm I'm going to visit is in Méaudre. There it is on the map. With this map to guide me, I'm going to walk there. When I'm on the road, I need a road map, but when I'm walking, I need a more detailed map. This is a walking map. It shows me things like hills and forests and other features that can help me to be sure I'm going in the right direction. I can also work out how far away it is. I do this by looking at the scale. 1 centimetre equals 250 metres. Now I know that from Autran to Méaudre it's 16 centimetres. So that's 16 times 250, which is 4,000 metres or 4 kilometres. I know I can walk 4 to 5 kilometres in an hour, so it should take me 1 hour. The grass here is very good quality. That's why there's a lot of cattle in this area. The cows graze on this to produce good rich milk. This green area with shading is a pine forest. There it is, up ahead. Right. I'm in Méaudre. Now I've got to look for the farm, Ferme de la Bourrière. This dairy farm belongs to Jean-Charles Didier, and he's going to show me what he does with the milk his cows produce. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Je m'appelle Josette.
Jean-Charles Didier.
I'm Jean-Charles Didier.
Could you explain to me a little bit about your dairy farm?
Alors donc j'ai une trentaine.
I have 30 dairy cows, which produce about 160,000 litres of milk a year. Some of this milk is made into cheese. I make different types of cheese, like Bleu, Saint-Marcellin, and Gruyère. And I sell most of the cheese from the shop, here on the farm.
Could you tell me about making cheese?
You really need to see it. We can go to my workshop now if you like.
So why do I have to wear this costume and these special shoes?
Donc pour l'hygiène, c'est.
We have to wear protective overalls for hygiene reasons, so that germs from outside can't spoil the milk. I've got 340 litres of milk here, and I'm making blue cheese.
Et je fais 10 bleus.
The milk is from last night's milking, so this morning, when I arrived at 6, I put it into this vat and heated it to 60 degrees Celsius to kill any germs that may have developed overnight.
What else do you put in the milk to make the cheese?
Bon, là c'est.
This part of the process involves adding the rennet. It's the rennet that makes the milk curdle, which means the milk solids separate from the runny whey.
How long does it take to make this particular cheese?
Alors je commence à 6
I
heures.
start at 6 in the morning, and it takes about 3.5 hours.
So once the milk is curdled and starts to turn into cheese, Jean-Charles strains off the liquid, or whey. He puts what's left, the curds, into the moulds to make the round cheese shape. So what's the next stage with the cheese?
Voilà, une fois l'opération de moulage.
In 6 hours' time, the moulding process will be finished, and the cheese will look like this.
Alors cette forme et cette.
It's still soft and wet. There's lots of holes. The cheese is then put into a store to dry and ripen. These cheeses were made 25 days ago. Every day, each cheese is turned and the blue cheese is pricked to help the blue develop.
Voilà. Donc je vais ouvrir. Donc ce fromage a 25 jours.
This cheese has been maturing for 25 days.
Voilà. Voilà, et je vais te le faire goûter.
Why don't you try a piece?
Voilà.
Delicious. Merci. Thanks for showing me around, and thanks for letting me try the cheese. I'm walking back, so I better get going. Au revoir.
Au revoir. À bientôt.
À bientôt. Where does dairy farming happen in the United Kingdom, and why?
The BBC Primary Catalogue gives full details of television, radio and support material from BBC Education up to the end of the academic year. It's available free to schools by phoning BBC Education on 08700 100 321.